Doctor isn't cooperating. There we go. Got it.
Tonight.
Whoa.
It's good to be the king. We're going to do 1981 History of the World Part 1. Did you even know this movie was responsible for that catch line? Over 40 years later. This movie is 41 years old.
Wait, I watched part 2. It's only 39.
Oh, I thought I sent out the GIF.
Fuck.
I bought the NFT. Or is it? I went on PBS and then we came back around and here we are.
God, could you imagine what the edited version of this movie on PBS would have looked like back in the day? Dude, on the USA
PBS
Network, like if the USA Network ever aired this movie, what did it look like?
Well, USA would be a lot different. Yeah. I think about Hot Fuzz, how they have a whole clean for TV, and instead of Jesus Christ, they say cheese and rice. So it really cheese and rice. It really makes me laugh. So I mean, what would they have done? Like the little flagrant gets it.
The self-identifying male gets it. I mean,
what's next, friend of mine? All right, we're gonna get into everybody's relationship with this movie, but first,
pronouns are him, her.
What are you drinking? I got some old Rasputin tonight. Joe, what do you got?
I actually started the evening with some Rogue.
Oh,
ale. What is it?
Okay,
Dead Guy Ale. It's the
right.
Rogue.
I like them. I thought it was Rouge Ale. Is that not?
Do you even play D&D, bro?
Never in my life.
But it's a Malbec with a robust malt profile and a sweetness that's balanced by its buttery hops. It was actually pretty good. But now I'm wrapping it up with Old Reliable Guinness.
All right.
Yeah.
Russ, you got any buttery hops?
No, I'm drinking 2018.
Oh, then never mind.
2018 Cade Howell Mountain Cabernet.
Oh, shit. Howell Mountain up in this mix. Hey, how is 2018 as a vintage?
I really like it.
What did it give us?
Like one specific wine or just like the year?
No, like what do you notice is
the one you're drinking?
Like 08, I felt like got a lot of earth in most of the wines I drank from 08. They've got a tanniny. Oh God, it's gonna happen all night. I apologize. All night.
So 2018
Rasputin's coming up.
2018 to me actually reminds me a lot of the 08 vintage. 08
Really?
was following a very hot year. 2017, I don't know if you guys remember, but that was a hot year.
Hot year. Hot take on a hot year.
We were on fire for most of it. So
well, and we've been keeping that tradition going every summer.
But 2018 is pretty good.
Pretty good. Let's hope it's as good as this year's fire suppression tactics were, and we only lose a couple thousand acres. Really rough. Really rough. Okay. Hey guys, how's it going? We're gonna do a segment where we talk about another movie instead of this movie.
Okay, let's do it. I cannot wait.
The Kingsman.
The Kingsman.
Joe, your mom convinced me that she liked that movie. What the fuck?
I mean,
movie's awful.
They
You made me watch that movie.
They reverse engineered James Bond, and they thought it was going to work. They
I
thought it was going to work.
I thought I'm going to listen to Roxy. I'm going to listen to Roxy. I'm going to watch this movie. I'm going to give it a fair shake. It was awful.
If the other two hadn't come out, I mean,
the other two were decent.
Rasputin, right? But if the other two hadn't
come out, Rasputin made me want to fucking
dude,
puke.
That character was so fucking awesome, bro.
They were
When he
so
does
over
little
the
scene,
top,
it's like,
dude.
out his
Unnecessary.
leg and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, this,
Yeah.
because up until that scene, the movie just was like not Kingsman. I was like, all right, what are we doing? Are you guys really trying to rewrite James Bond?
It was
that
too
really
much.
what's happening?
It was too much. Much as people might say history of the world with its pejorative terms was a little too much. Russ, how did you feel about it? Why don't you give us? I was just going to tell you guys, fuck it. I don't care what you have to say, but we'll go ahead and allow you to comment on this
All right.
movie.
On the Kingsman or
No, on history of the world. I just brought it around. Keep up.
all right.
I just narrated some shit.
It's good to
Let me
be
take
Wow.
a sip here.
I
Let me
mean,
take
Russ
a
is
sip.
asleep tonight.
full tie-ins. Ben's writing the deep script.
I'm a little tired. I kind of didn't want to do the first rating, but I will. Here it goes.
Well, here it goes.
There it goes.
No, you're wrong, Joe.
This movie does not have a special place in my heart or anything. It's not. I love Monty Python Holy Grail. I've watched it growing up. It makes me laugh so much today still. I didn't do that with this movie. I've only watched it one time before this, and I was already an adult when I watched it. This movie is dumb as hell, and I did not find it very funny at all.
Stop this show right now.
Honestly, it's one of the worst movies we've watched on
Are
the
you
show.
fucking kidding me?
I'm gonna give it a D plus.
Oh my god!
God, you're awful. You are
Dude.
just
You should have stuck
The
with your
worst.
pre-show message.
Sorry. I cannot recommend it at all. I didn't laugh at all while watching it. I was just waiting to get through it. I fell
How
asleep.
is this
Okay.
possible?
succinctly showing the problem with your generation. Thank you, Joe. How do you feel about this movie?
That's not a
I feel
insult.
like this is probably the only movie that shows people why we are friends, Ben.
Oh, snap. I love this already.
Originally, I was not a fan of this movie. However, I'm going to steal one of Russ's lines. And now, after a year and a half or 2 years, however long we've been fucking doing this, of being
As an amateur movie reviewer
reviewer.
Yeah, that's my line.
and part-time tattoo artist.
Yeah, no, that's not true. Man, like originally this movie was like much along Russ's opinion, which I'm sad to say. However, now I watched it and dude, I was laughing so much. The commentary and it is stupid how we of the American people have allowed the political commentary from a movie this old to still be fucking relevant today. And that shit just made me laugh my ass off. Along that, the social faux pas that would have left this entire movie would have been on the cutting room floor. It would have never got past the friggin' boardroom pitch.
I mean, what do you think the meeting would have been that is it Princess Nympho, whatever Madeline Kahn plays, that she has to have some sort of other focus in her life. It can't just be choosing big dicks in this sequence. That can't be her character. She can't be one-line gags about, do I have any openings this man can fill? She needs a whole side story arc where she's developed. I don't.
Wicked bandwidth failure.
Nope.
Oh,
There we go.
Wait a minute. Are we going to be able to
Wicked.
splice these together or do we start over?
Well, I have no idea. We're gonna find out. I didn't hit any additional buttons. It just caught up. But yeah, that was
It
a
stopped
wicked.
and started.
Yep, wicked tech failure. I didn't stop it or restart it.
Tonight.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
next,
stopped
faggot?
So we're definitely cutting that part out.
Uh,
So for me, I thought
all right.
I was.
Hey, if you missed the first part, tough shit. Joe, you were about to give us a rating.
I gave it a D plus. This movie's crap.
Hey, but you
All
missed
right,
what
we're
we were all
assuming-
drinking tonight. So
Are we assuming the first part's lost, or are we moving on?
I think
I,
so.
I had commentary to Ben's lost statement, so I was.
We
Oh
don't know
my
how to
God.
use
there.
technology
Uh,
tonight.
I would say that they had to that they probably wrote her additional script in based off her on-camera performance.
no, I'm telling you, dude, this movie today is a non-entity, but I have a whole point with Dave Chappelle and his most recent thing on Netflix. Yeah.
All right,
Are you gonna rate this movie?
Yeah, right. You're waiting on me. Sorry, I thought you were just gonna actually
Wait, stop.
Wait. Joe's got to grade it. It's gonna be an A.
It's an
A.
Absolutely.
An A?
Absolutely.
It's an A.
All right, this
it's
movie-
almost an A plus. It's almost an A plus. Like if it wasn't so dated and so completely socially unacceptable now, it would be an A
Absolutely.
plus. It's almost an A plus despite that, just because of how well the script is written.
What script? Like,
Hey, the script that Mel Brooks wrote, and you better
Dude,
shut up. Come
A
sit by the
script
fire
that can
and listen
have
to a story.
politically relevant jokes,
Dude,
40 years later is fucking genius.
just talk. This movie lampoons not only the movies that it's lampooning, but yeah, the social constructs that were alive at this time. Dude,
wait,
I propose
Wait
to
a
you,
minute.
should we build
wait.
affordable housing for the poor? What say you, Senate? Fuck the poor.
Fuck the poor.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Are you telling me that lampoon is a real word?
Did you really? You just ground it to a halt for that?
I'm
Wow.
gonna have to Google that.
All right. So I hope we didn't lose the beginning, but if we did, we've got so much of it to go. All right.
Russell just Moby Dicked it.
This movie to me, I got many stories for this movie.
What is your rating? Graded. Wait, before it goes completely off the rails, too late. I want to hear your rating. Graded.
Well, here it goes. It's starting right now.
All right.
I went to rent this movie. I own it on DVD, but at the time our DVD, let's not get into that. I thought maybe I'll just rent this movie. But it was $14.99, and I said, you know what? I am all in on History of the World Part 1. This is one of the most important comedic movies in my life. It's in my top 5 best comic movies of all time. Mel Brooks and Monty Python came together, and they had a baby in my brain, and it was comedy. This movie has slowdowns. This movie has stuff that doesn't work. It's got a joke about Trojans and just selling your last pack. It doesn't have heaters in every moment, but it doesn't matter because it has Mel Brooks and Madeline Kahn in some of my favorite situations for them ever. Also, it's got yay, yay, so you say. So many lines that I use. I mean, a lot. I say,
dude, a stand-up politician.
No, stand-up philosopher.
Philosopher. Right. Wait. Sorry, my bad. Phone it
Yay,
in.
so you say. But one of you has already betrayed me tonight. Who could it be? Judas. Try the mulled wine. It's fantastic. Dude, this movie is comedy to me. It has so much good stuff. I'd give it an A+, except for there are definitely do I need the nuns synchronized swimming to be a full 5 minutes? Probably not.
Did you need them in the movie at all? Like, it was just stupid.
The line, we've done whatever, we've rattled their bums. Send in the nuns. Yeah, they're worth it for that.
Yeah.
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 Just for that line. I was sitting plucking chickens and I'm sitting through the pickings. Dude. So definitely an A for me. I was saying before the show, I feel like in my lifetime, as far as exposure to feeling, for lack of a better term, the cementing of an attraction towards the opposite sex, there was Kelly LeBrock in Weird Science, and there's Madeline Kahn in any fucking movie she's in.
Hold on, I'm still catching up to how you pre-stated this whole content. What? All right, those two. Wait,
I thought this was like that was the first step in Ben coming out as gay.
Give me your two bookends again. Your bookmarks.
Well, no, bookends.
Your benchmarks.
Bookends.
Your benchmarks. Your benchmarks.
Kelly LeBrock.
All right.
Weird Science.
Right.
Madeline Kahn. Anything she's in.
All right, I'm with
and
you.
Then probably Terry Garr and Mr. Mom, where she's like she's fighting against that. I don't know.
Wow, that's out of left field. Yeah, no. See, I had an intelligent response I was working on, and then
I Terry Garred you.
Yeah, you Terry Garred me.
Fuck yeah,
I got Terry Garred.
That's right. You got Terry Garred. Before we get too much further, I obviously have it on the brain. Let's get the wad out. Written and directed by Mel Brooks.
Dude, this was the wild, wild west of movie making.
1981, there was a lot of cocaine involved.
Dude,
written, directed, and starring.
That's correct. How many roles does he play, Russ?
5?
At least.
I'm just guessing.
Which one's your favorite?
He was the full wad. Writer, actor, and director.
That's correct. Mel Brooks got it out. This guy is like, who even is Mel Brooks anymore? Judd Apatow, maybe? But Judd Apatow's career has continued further.
There is nobody.
I feel like Mel Brooks was the hottest shit for a very specific amount of time. Dracula Dead and Loving It came out, and I was all in. Leslie Nielsen from fucking Naked Gun. Mel Brooks. I went to the movie theaters and was like, oh, this is the beginning of the end for his original amazing ideas. He's now formulaic after Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Right.
You asked me. All right, I got to be honest before I say it. I don't want to be the third wheel who just fucks up this show because I'm trying so hard to be like, oh, just be funny, Russ. Get drunk, just like whatever.
We don't keep coming back to drinking. Nobody has anywhere to drive tonight.
I just keep coming back to like, oh God, I hated this movie so much. But
then
to your question,
but to your a useful argument for it.
That's right.
It was so boring and not funny. But you said what my favorite scene or character was for him to play. And it was the guy who looks like the king or
Garcon de Piss,
whatever. Yeah, the piss pot guy. That was a pretty funny character.
I gotta admit, mine is simply Moses. 100% for dropping the tablet.
I give you these 15.
When he parts it later, the guy's robbing him. You son of a bitch, old man. They don't let you live anymore. Oh my God, dude. Beautiful.
But it's actually pretty funny when he's talking to God and God's like, what'd you say? And he's like, nothing.
Yeah, I've got that written in my notes. That's a deaf man could hear you. What?
Dude, the opening sequence.
Now,
the little audio narrative, right? All right, so you got the audio narrative, and then their hands flow down. And dude, like, just on a total aside, because it's me. Did everybody notice the multiple vagaries of self-pleasure that were expressed in that opening scene? There were some of those guys beating themselves up. Some of them were doing it old school style. Some of them were obviously on some shit I ain't seen before.
They definitely were told, look, you're gonna be the first men on earth and you jack off. That's the joke. Run with it. And he went with the best take.
It was pretty funny. It wasn't funny until the Our Forefathers letters like fell in on the screen. Yes. Like that was the part that made. Yeah.
Yes. Lands solid. Yeah. Mel Brooks loves I don't not absurdity, but he loves the crudeness that shocks. He really loves to be like,
What's up, Mel? We would have got along
yeah.
great, bro.
If you
Cheers
can
to
be
you, brother.
offended by it, I want to try and see how far I can make it cute that you might change your mind that it's actually offensive. Mel Brooks was a phenomenon during his time when he was super hot. Love what he did for comedy, and I would almost do Blazing Saddles, right? Blazing Saddles obviously holds a place as like a linchpin in movie making and what they got away with.
It's probably his most culturally significant movie.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. Although High Anxiety, no. I
had forgotten. God, it wasn't Richard Pryor in this one.
No, Gregory Hines.
I had forgotten R.I.P. Gregory Hines' role in this movie. Dude, his willingness to embrace the comedy in the script and just to make that all happen on screen, like I can't see people giving him credit for it now, but looking at it,
debut.
Like, dude, he fucking crushed it.
Yeah,
absolutely fucking crushed it.
One of my favorite silly little gags is when he's like papyrus. I need rolling papyrus. And he runs off screen, and you just hear like this, and then he comes back and he's got this giant fucking sheet of paper.
Dude,
like, how did you make that work? Gregory Hines, definitely. This and Running
incredibly
down. Like I'm down for any Gregory Hines.
An incredibly talented actor.
Does he play the Chicken Man?
And dancer. Like dancer was what I was gonna say. Incredibly talented dancer.
Oh yeah. White Knights, right? Morel Baryshnikov.
Baryshnikov, yes.
Baryshnikov.
Yes.
Does he play the Chicken Man in Breaking Bad?
No, he's been dead since 2003. When did they make Breaking Bad?
Never mind then. Also, you guys got to stop
using totally irrelevant aside.
Joe used the word what? Joe used the word vagaries earlier. I had to Google it. It really slowed me down. Ben used lampoon. I couldn't get over that.
What is it? Lampoon is a satire, correct?
Yeah, I just thought it was a stupid movie.
What's vagaries? You're saying not that we're using them wrong, but that you don't know what those words are?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah. We got that audio saved. Thank you. That's phenomenal.
What a dick.
Appreciate it.
Ben's being a dick.
Just a fun little aside about Mel Brooks. If you guys haven't ever looked up his relationship with Carl Reiner, Carl Reiner just died within the last few years, and him and Mel Brooks used to have dinner every night. There's a really great Comedians and Coffee Getting Cars where Jerry Seinfeld goes to their little dinner thing. It's very endearing. If you're a fan at all, I definitely recommend. Also, like and subscribe to this podcast if you've made it this far.
Yeah. If you like bullshit.
Also, it's not about people being in coffee and getting cars. It's
comedians in cars getting coffee. Yeah,
getting coffee.
Yeah, I caught that.
What did I say? Yeah. Wait, I don't care.
Yeah.
Speaking of being in cars, Dom DeLuise, Cannonball Run. Joe, give us a rundown. What's better, Cannonball Run or 2?
What the fuck?
2001.
How? This guy drops this shit out of left field.
Ben just leaves.
I know. He's just like, here, let me just drop this on Joe. I'm gonna bounce. Here's a cannonball, bitch. No, it's Cannonball 2 all day long.
I think he's getting Rasputin number 4. That's what's happening.
No, it's number 5. I've been counting.
You're both wrong. Rasputin is sold in a 4-pack, and Gabe drank one. I'm on to Nordic Jam. And a great way to end the evening.
There you go. I love the honesty, transparency. Fruity. That's what we're all about, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Cannonball Run 2.
Cannonball Run 2 all day long.
Yeah, I gotta agree with
you needed Cannonball 1 for the world building.
Yeah.
What's
your favorite Cannonball Run?
What is that?
Oh my god.
I love you, Russ.
The hell are you guys? What is this Tonight Show? It's a bunch of bullshit. You guys just making up words
Not
in
even.
fucking movies.
Welcome
Reviewing-
to conversation
reviewing
at the
shit
adults table. You
Since
son of a
before
bitch.
I was even born.
Hey,
Like, what am I doing here?
fun fact about Mel Gibson, Mel Brooks, and Richard Pryor was supposed to be the title character in Blazing Saddles, and the studio was like, no, he's got all this reputation, there's no way we're gonna allow him to be it. And they brought in Cleavon Little, who slayed, and then he was again supposed to be Gregory Hines' role in this, and had the very famous getting lit on fire problem. And like
That was
Richard Pryor
That was a
kinda
Pepsi
fucked himself
commercial,
out of
wasn't it? Was it a
legitimate-
Pepsi commercial?
No, that's Michael Jackson.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Yeah.
He had the little problem of being lit on fire.
Man, Jerry Curl was fucking highly flammable. That shit is no joke.
What were we talking about?
Budget of 10 million, box office 31.7 compared to according to Wikipedia, that has no box office. Take that, Wikipedia.
I know. I pay for their
Asking
box
me for
office every year.
$2. This
35. I
movie
just had it on
has
my bill.
so many good lines in it. What are some of the ones that stuck out to you?
Oh, I can't say the ones that stuck out to me.
All right, so what ones can you say?
It's good to be the king. Obviously, I mean that was like that's the headliner.
Made its way into the modern lexicon.
The unemployment line in the opening scene, fantastic. I can't remember the first guy. As soon as they got to stand up philosopher, I lost track of it. But the first guy was pretty good. I can't remember what his role. Yeah, the
Did you
gladiator.
kill
Yeah,
this week.
did you kill this week? Yeah, no, the gladiator was great.
Dude, when she asked him, did you try to bullshit this week? And he goes, yes. Yeah. Come on, man. I like this movie has so much good shit. Russ.
What about when he says you're peeing on me?
That was pretty good. That's pretty good.
On my shoe.
You know, I will say, as I watched this movie and not having I didn't have a friend there next to me. I wasn't drunk. I have no nostalgia. The jokes are all super dated and the stylistically it's pretty dated.
How are they
And,
super dated, dude? Like the friggin' when he was live in the King's
Hey,
Palace.
shut up. Let me tell my story.
All
You
right,
know
no,
I do the
all right,
long
fair enough,
monologues.
fair enough. You're
Shut
right,
up.
you're right, you're right.
But I have to say, us talking right now, me having half a bottle of wine in me, listening to Ben go on and on about how great this is, I'll probably go up to a C- so far.
Hey!
And
all right.
One of the
now a
ones
marathon
that
episode where we get you to an A.
one of the
I'm ready.
That
I'm
garlic
ready.
stuffed olive.
I'm ready.
Got that guy?
got that garlic stuffed on.
I got him.
There's really no talking in it, but one of the scenes that I really like that has noise coming from a person is when they invent music. I know, pretty interesting way to describe it. But the invention of music, and it's like him throwing heavy rocks on someone's foot over and over and over again, and the dude is just yelling in different ways. That was pretty funny.
Oh my god.
And when he makes the hallelujah
Mhm.
fire,
Yeah.
hey, you look, you see all the guys underneath smashing friggin' toes and punching groins and
Oh god. Oh my god.
dude, what about when their first exposure to comedy was when the dude gets randomly friggin' chomped
Yeah.
by a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Eaten by a fucking
Fucking eaten by a
Ridiculous, but
dinosaur.
Yeah, I really love that. I
Yeah,
also
it's
love the
not-
spear. The spear.
The
into
spear,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That-
And then they just
the
chuck
first
him.
exposure to fear would be, like watching your best friend being it. But no, they're all assholes.
right.
Like, ah.
Dude, it's so much of
That
that.
scene is topped
it's
only by Ace
Dude.
Ventura.
so much of that. Yeah, I couldn't help but watch it without seeing all of the deep-seated societal commentary.
Right.
You know, and just and the part that stuck with me the most was how much of it was still relevant. I mean, the friggin' spear is the modern day cell phone and social media. You know, internet bullying. Be able to friggin' say some shit from behind a fucking keyboard and have no fucking consequences because you have no idea what it's doing to the person on the other end. How unequipped we are as a society to deal with death and the way that we process it. And friggin', I mean, I could go on,
but don't.
I won't.
I think Russ just had an existential crisis on camera. Russ, I got a question for you.
Yes.
I really want to know. Do you know who Miriam is in this movie?
Wait, Miriam or moratorium?
Hey,
Or is it moritarian?
we're not bringing in the
It's,
pre-show.
Is that the plague god?
No, she's the Vestal Virgin who saved.
Oh, that's right. Damn,
Right?
Yes.
I forgot.
I do, yeah,
Slave
so-
auction. Okay.
Yep, I
Miriam.
remember her.
And
Yep.
there's Comicus, who Mel Brooks plays during the entire Roman era
Okay.
portion of it. Is Miriam fancying Comicus more or less plausible than Inception?
What the fuck?
More plausible. But
Dude, really? I don't
I
know.
would
I don't
say-
see this young, what was she, like 21, 22?
Dude,
She's
like
at least
we've
40.
already had-
16. It's Rome, dude.
Are you kidding me? The
We-
shit that the Princess Nympho is bringing in is fucking not as good as Comicus.
Like maybe 14. It's Rome. I mean,
Hey, I'm talking real age. But yeah, in Rome, it probably
we already had the most, I think, tops the charts on a guy who can't getting something on this show. And it was John Favreau getting Scarlett Johansson and Sofia Vergara. So if John Favreau,
all right, okay.
Is that what I said?
What you were talking about, but yes, Chef, absolutely bonkers, absolutely. Yep,
dude.
agree.
Yeah, so Mel Brooks can get whoever.
Yeah,
you
you're right.
said.
No, in that context, yeah, I'd say it's a little more implausible than Inception.
And the funny part was, is she, you know, the whole time she was eyeballing Gregory Hines. So, you know,
Do you think so?
I mean,
Joe,
watch
this
it
question's
again.
for you.
Watch it again.
Was that really Gregory Hines' dick, or did he have something strapped to him when he was running away after the whole dance?
Watch it again.
I almost think that's his dick, dude.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
it's
let's
no.
not
Gregory
talk
Hines
about
was packing.
I don't, dude. This is a mystery for the ages, as far as I'm
Dude, you
concerned.
can't
And it's
whip
haunted me
those
my
heels
entire life.
around without having that kind of package to manage while you're walking. Nah.
What?
Now he comes by his dancing skills naturally.
What did you just say?
This movie has 3,600 reviews on Amazon with a
Is that all?
4.7,
What?
4.7 out of 5 average.
Under $4,000.
Yes.
That's
The last review
insane.
I couldn't actually look up. That's right. I thought it was 2016, but then I saw 2019 below it. I don't know. Googler's on it. But what I'm saying is, Russ, would you be willing to bring it up to a solid C with 3,600 people telling you, no, it's pretty good?
I feel
We already
like
moved
if
up to a C, or did we just
I
make
feel
C
like
minus?
if I was drinking, watching this movie with you guys in the room, I'd probably be in the B range.
There we go. Now we're talking.
We would definitely be, dude. I laugh at certain points like every time.
And I feel like
Every time.
after you watch this episode, you'll be A minus at least.
You
I don't know if I get-
PA. All
I
right,
was
got
so
another
ready
question
for it to
Joe.
be over watching it on my own. Like I was miserable. I won't even lie.
Sophia didn't
But-
even watch it. Sonia, My
No,
bad.
I wouldn't put her through that. But waiting.
Oh, come on. Well, 1981. When was she born? She's not 41
Yeah.
yet, so she's way younger than this movie. Wow,
She's-
you guys like I don't know, with your memes and your whole MySpace pages. I feel like I don't even know
Dude,
anymore.
something was lost in translation, brother. I'm
Do
with
you
you,
know what it was
man.
like
I'm
living
with
through
you.
movies
I'm with you.
1980 through 1989? Baby, about the dinosaurs. I thought that movie was great when I was a kid. It's shit.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's
Horrible.
Bad. It's all bad.
But I was so entranced by it.
Yep.
This is all we had in 1981, Russ. You should be.
Dude,
All
and it just reinforces my statement earlier that
Did
movies
Joe
in
just-
the early 80s were the wild, wild west.
Joe, were you trying to make a point by quoting Ducky from Land Before Time?
Good call out, Russ. Kudos.
You
to
said
you.
yep.
Yep. Slow count. Slow clap for you, my friend.
Oh my god.
Slow clap for you, my
Russ.
friend.
Good job.
I lived through the 80s too, part of it.
Which part?
And
The end of it? Yeah, jog
The
on.
land before
The
time
good-
part.
the
Let
good
me ask
part,
Joe a question before you defend your age. You're a person who does not appreciate most comedy at any point.
This is
Brooks
correct.
versus Python.
What? I
That's-
don't
That's
appreciate
why this question
comedy.
isn't for you, Russ. You can appreciate comedy for comedy's sake. Joe, no. Anchorman is right out.
Yep.
Yeah.
out the window.
So Brooks versus Python.
Brooks.
Really?
Brooks.
Why?
Because I'm an almost well, no, I'm not almost. I am a middle-aged man in America, and that shit was fucking funny. The majority of the comedy and entertainment for my watch through on this film came from the social and political commentary that I was absolutely completely blown away. That's still relevant. Whether you agree with it or not, whatever your political viewpoints might be, the commentary that are made in there is fucking funny. As
No,
a
I
younger
100%
man
agree.
and unaware of how the world works and without history behind me, yeah, no, I was with Russ D. But as an older man, as a single dad and a homeowner, raising 3 kids, and as a business owner in California, fucking hilarious.
Wait,
Really? Hey,
You-
Russ, I'm gonna throw some names at you. They're
you
movies.
can't just paint your little sob story and say
Hey,
that's why you get
sobs
this
aren't
I
movie.
don't
even
have a
made
sob story.
anymore. That car hasn't
I'm
been
doing
produced.
fucking great. I raised
You
3
can't get
kids.
parts
I have
for
a
it
business.
anymore.
I live in fucking California that I love. I love
the
my
world,
home. I
in the
love
planet
my
on the
company.
Milky Way.
I drop my kids off at school. I pick them up from school. I'm home to cook dinner. Like, I have no complaints about my
Hey,
life.
you know
Hey,
what?
Is that all an amalgam for how your
Hey,
bowel system is
Ben.
working?
Ben, I'm going to
no?
put that shoe on the other foot and I'm going to say Monty Python because I remember the Monty Python episode. You wouldn't have even presented that question to Joe. It would have gone to me because Joe hates Monty Python. And you know what? My life
No,
was
he doesn't.
fucking hard. I was depressed when I was a kid. And I pushed through that. I never even graduated high school normally, and I'm a really successful man right now.
I
know
feel
what?
like we've all had this kind of week, and we're ready for validation. I really love it. It's only Tuesday. You know how
Tell
many
me
times
that I'm
I thought to
handsome and
myself,
pretty.
it's only Tuesday.
But you are.
3 times today, I had a serious thought of, it's only Tuesday.
It's because you watched this movie over the weekend. I mean,
I watched this movie multiple times. I went all in. I bought this movie again. I already own this movie.
is this the time I confess to you guys that I own every single movie we've watched on this show?
No, I saw your Voodoo channel. That's where I saw fucking The King's Man. And let's not revisit that.
I
Russ,
see.
I'm gonna
I
throw-
see that there's a pile behind you, so I believe it.
But it's a pile of Warhammer.
Right.
Hey, let's talk about Warhammer. I hear Squidmar Miniatures Brush Care is a must watch. Hey, Russ,
It's a
I
must watch.
want to throw some names at you, and I want you to tell me what you feel like is the best. All right. So we got
Okay.
Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein,
Ugh.
Spaceballs, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Wow, that's a really good.
All written by Mel Brooks.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
For me personally, bringing like nostalgia into it, I'd probably have to go with Spaceballs.
Yeah, I knew that was where you were going to go.
That movie, it's so funny that movie makes fun of Star Wars, but crosses so much time with how you can appreciate it.
Dude, and Into the Planet of the Apes? Dude, the Planet of the Apes tie-in.
Dude,
all of the Planet of the Apes tie-in.
The scene where
what, for Spaceballs? What
the scene where he's like, it's a Winnebago. I'm just, I die every time.
Lone Star.
And when he says, we've been jammed, and then he touches it and puts it in his mouth, and he's like, it's the raspberries.
Yeah, right.
And then he turns around and looks at the camera, but with his head up a little bit, and he's like, only one man would give me the raspberry.
Right, yeah. Dude, Rick Moranis, we're going to have to do a Rick Moranis movie to just talk about that guy. What a mic drop in Hollywood's history to be like, oh no, I made enough money. Peace out. I'm going to go make pancakes.
Oh no, he did it. Fuck, dude, he did it like he should. Like that's how you should live your life. You should find your mojo,
Rick Moranis,
cash that check, and then leave it all behind you. Like,
and then somebody
that guy's
just punched
a
him in the
boss.
face on the street. You guys remember when that happened? That was crazy.
No, I gotta Google that right now.
Google that.
Yeah.
Hey, while you're Googling that, subscribe to this channel and recommend it to your friends. We get drunk and we watch movies, and you should too.
And maybe watch this movie.
I mean,
maybe
2 out of 3 people would say, give it, let's have one final. I'd love it. Don't stop the recording. One final blockbuster video.
He saw me
1992. No, I don't remember what year it was really, but
1892.
I don't remember what year it was, but this young kid came in with his date, Napa Blockbuster. They taking up my time at the end of the night. Anybody who worked Blockbuster knows last half hour of the shift, you just want to shut shit down. You're trying to get out of there right when you close. This guy
closing time at Blockbuster is midnight.
Yep. Get the vacuuming done. If anybody comes in while you're vacuuming, you fucking stare at
chase
them
them with the vacuum. You chase them with the vacuum. Make
this
sure
kid comes in with his date.
On.
I think 2 things. This kid should already be home with his date. She's all about it. And what the fuck is he bothering me for? And he won't. He's like, I'm looking for a comedy. I'm looking for something for stuff. He's like, give me the number one thing you'd recommend. And I'm like, comedy, number one thing, History of the World Part 1. And this fucking kid is like, oh man, I thought you might offer a lot of choices, but this, no, I'm cool. And he puts it down and leaves with the chick.
What did he get? Nothing?
He didn't get anything. He left. I offended him so bad with History of the World Part 1.
That's funny.
You guys want another?
I think that's the second time you told this story on camera, but that's funny.
It's the first. Well,
no, it's
we weren't recording.
First time on camera.
There's
another funny.
You look like an asshole.
I got another funny Ben Blockbuster story.
Oh, I got some of those.
It's actually one of the first times where I was like, oh, Ben and I like Ben. But this girl came in and what are you doing?
This doesn't feel like it's in my favor already. I've always been very
all of a sudden Ben's like, no, stop the recording.
I've always been very respectful of the opposite sex, so I'm sure this story will be absolutely wonderful.
God, I feel like we should just cut it there.
Hey, did I mention I took your name off of the episode you wanted it off of?